Woo woo! What's going on, you guys? I hope everyone is doing wonderful today. It feels so good to have the privilege to be alive and to be here. But if you've been on this journey with me so far on the level of wisdom, I appreciate you. And if you're new to this channel, thank you so much for being here. My name is Brittany Fontanez, and what I do is I assist people to awaken in their power to find the infinite love within themselves. Today, I want to get a little more deep into my story to share with you guys why I am the way that I am, why I do what I do, and why I want to be of service to you as I do these videos. Well, it goes based off this entire topic of today. The topic is forgive to forget. And I know I said this in one of my last videos where I said forgive to forget, just so you don't have any resentment towards anything and you don't hold anything against anyone because of the past. And also, it's not only for your own peace of mind, it's just for you to start over and not having so much baggage to hang on to. Well, the reason why I feel like this is important, because I know there's a lot of people out there, this is a time of manifestation season. It's a time to receive your blessings in abundance, and yet we still haven't had the ability to allow ourselves to let go. And the hardest thing is not about holding on. The hardest thing nowadays is letting go, trusting, and surrendering. And I had a lot of troubles with this because, you know, I had a story for a very, very long time, how I felt unworthy. Because, you know, I was raped as a child, so I felt very unworthy of my own essence. I didn't feel like my own life and my own body wasn't myself. And then I also had, like, my parents always dictating me, always opinionating me, always telling me what to do, and even that, not really listening to me or paying any attention. So I went through my life having this story of feeling unworthy and feeling like I wasn't deserving to be listened to or cared for. That's why I always had relationships that went based off my story, the predictions of overthinking, of assuming that I just wasn't good enough. So I always had to give and give and give and chase and chase and chase. And I always was the person that was the supporter, pretty much the extra of my story, but not really the star itself. And I went through my life just listening to other people, listening to what they thought was best for me, thinking that they always knew what's best for me. And I kept walking through life with so much clutter into me. There's a dog, I think he sees me. But I went through my life with so much clutter, no clarity, no sense of my own direction, because I deliberately did not choose to be my own star in my own movie. So I had to go through a period in my life where I had to lose it all. I had to lose my job, I had to lose my relationship, I had to lose so many friends. And I want to say I lost those things because when things leave your life, it's not a sense of, you know, you lost something, because it's meant to go. If it left, that means it's meant to leave. So here's the most important thing that I really want to share with you. You have to forgive to forget. Because if you're going to allow yourself to hold on to this baggage, you're holding on to that story. That story is not really going to benefit you in any way, shape, or form if you're trying to continue through life in a momentum where you're trying to build in a positive manner, and especially a new self-image for yourself. You can't make change in your life if you're still telling yourself that same story. So this is what I had to do. Even though I went through so much, I went through a sexual abuse, I went through verbal abuse by my own sibling, I went through being physically abused by my sibling, I went through being emotionally abused by not having anyone listen to me and just having anyone, you know, tell me such mean things to get. Like, I would never forget this one time when, before I was going to college, because I went to college to Atlanta. I wanted to get the fuck out this state because I thought that was beneficial at the time for me to leave. And my aunt had the nerve to tell me before I was so happy and excited to start my new life, my new way. She had the audacity to say, your mom wanted to abort you, and I told her to keep you. And I'm like, you know, that was a little emotional abuse. You know, I dealt with a lot of that growing up. And, you know, I felt so unworthy. I didn't feel like I was enough. And so what I had to do was, honestly, a lot of people all my life say forgive but never forget. Here's one thing. Never listen to anyone's opinions. because most people can't even forgive most of the things that happen in their life. That's why they haven't changed the way that they want to. But here's what I had to do. I'll give you the steps to these. I did 3 things. I analyzed. I did the shadow work. I analyzed my traumas. I analyzed the things I went through. I went back into the past and analyzed the root causes of this story and these beliefs that I had. So after I went in and did the inner work, and I realized the roots of my story, the second thing I had to do was feel it again, relive it, go through it. Because in order to not overcome something, but to get through something, you have to really get through it. You have to go through it. The reason why a majority of people consume so much substance is because they're running away from what they have suppressed, and they feel good for a little bit, but really that's just what's the good word for it? That's just a cover up, really, you would say, for you not really dealing with your problems. So you have to use a substance in order for you to feel good, so you can avoid that problem. But then again, it's going to keep reoccurring. It's going to get to a point, if you don't deal with it now, it's just going to keep building up, and it's going to be a little more tougher to deal with. I'm not saying it can be relieved, but it's going to be a little more tougher to let it go. So I relived it. First step, I analyzed the root causes. Secondly, I relived it. I cried it out. I let it be. I went through the fear. I went through the pain. I went through it all. And then the third thing I did, I fully accepted it. I fully accepted it as a human being, but as a spiritual, divine being. I told myself I allowed it to happen. I'm not saying, there's a lot of people who went through worse things than I did, and they would not understand this, but this is what I mean. In the higher realms, as a divine spiritual being, we all are, until we awaken to choose that decision and realize and want to remember who we truly are. I had to go through these things, and I accepted them in the spiritual realm, because it caused me to awaken not only to my purpose and my mission, but it allowed me to awaken to see the true purpose of life, which is not finding fulfillment, but being the fulfillment that is your life, and especially of what you're experiencing. So I told myself, on a spiritual level, I allowed this to happen so I can grow into this being that I'm proud to be today, and continuously growing into. And then when you tell yourself you allow and accept a certain situation or certain things to happen in your life, that's when you can start taking control and change the situation. You're not running anymore. You're flowing. You're allowing it. You're accepting it. And when you accept things, you give it permission to let itself go. Because if you don't accept anything the way it is, it's going to be a burden. It's going to stay there, and it's going to stay there, and it's going to stay there. Because here's the thing. Not only happy feelings want to be felt, but a lot of pain and sadness that we feel want to let themselves go too. They want to detach from you as well. So, first step, I analyzed the root causes. Second, I relived it. And third, I accepted it. Now, when I did this, I would say I'll add a bonus tip to this, honestly, after the third one. I'm not even saying fourth step. You call it fourth step, but I'm going to say the bonus tip. After I accepted it, I literally shift my beliefs. I changed the story that I kept telling myself. I want to sit on the rock. Rock is pretty. But I shift my story. And I told myself, what I went through, didn't happen to me. It happened for me. And when I felt the truth in that, that's when I was like, okay, now I'm gonna tell myself a new story. And my new story today is, don't fake it till you make it, but be it. My new story is, I have divine abundance that is my right. I am worthy and deserving to receive all that my heart desires. And honestly, the best thing about this is that I'm worthy of love. I'm worthy of existence. I'm worthy of experiencing the best in my life and loving it to its maximum potential. And I allow my potential to express itself fully because I deserve to be who I want to be, regardless of what anything else anyone says. And that gave me the permission to not allow or tolerate anything that's less of my boundaries. It's not about being nice anymore. It's about being kind to yourself, being empathetic to other people, but having your boundaries because you are protecting your energy, you're protecting the richest that is your heart and the miracle that you are. And that was my new story. So you want to forgive everything that's happened in your past so you can forget it. So you don't have to walk around with the baggage or the burden of thinking that you are not worthy. You want to walk through life feeling uncertain because the unknown brings unexpected miracles. If you're certain about certain things, you just keep reliving these things and you're not allowing the unknown to express itself and emit what it's trying to show you. The universe flows in unexpected ways that seem impossible, but it makes the impossible possible. And it can only do that when you allow yourself to live in the moments of newness, where everything just seems new to you. Everything seems wonderful because you have let go of the past. You have completed it. And when you can live in a state of forgiving to forget, you allow yourself to walk through life with peace. You allow yourself to create a new story for you. You allow yourself to be who you truly want to be. Who am I? I am a being of light meant to be shined upon this world. What does that mean? What does light do? It reflects and it shines onto things that are unseen or unknown. And when it shines the light on it, it reveals the truth. So I'm here speaking the truth and nothing but the truth so it can set you free. That's who I am. That was my new story. So I'm telling you this is because you deserve to live the way you want to live. You deserve to believe in what feels right to your heart. And you deserve this divine thought that it needed ocean, it needed trees, it needed animals, it needed land. But divine thought it needed one of you. So that means you are a piece of this universal puzzle, and that means you are so worthy to be here and so worthy to experience and create what it is you want to create. So in order to manifest, you guys, you have to forgive, to forget, to let go, to surrender, and rewrite your story. So when you heal your past traumas, everything, manifestation, everything becomes so simple and easy. But it's up to you to forgive and to let go so you can allow the peace and wisdom and your truth to be revealed to you and to this world. Once you flow with the current of your abundance and your true essence, you will allow yourself to just let everything come into your life gently, easily, and effortlessly. And that is what you desire. Because all of us want new, better things in life. But we can't walk through life until we deal with all the emotions that we suppressed, all the thoughts that we thought we can't unclutter, and all the things that we think that created this unworthy story. So when you can heal all of these things, you can move forward gracefully. And that's the whole point of life. To enjoy it, to have fun, and to be fucking you. Now I'm doing these videos because this is who I is. And I don't give a damn if no one likes me anymore, because I realize all I have and all I need is a miracle, and that is who I am. And honestly, that is who you are too, and that's all you need. So that is my story for today. Forgive to forget, because you are so worthy of everything that you want, and especially your own love, and especially to allow divine to give you love that you deserve. So until then, you guys, if you like this video, just like it. If you want to subscribe to my channel, you're watching it, might as well subscribe, And if you want daily videos, hit that notification button. And lastly, follow me on Instagram if you want more upliftment, and truth. I mean, you already know the truth. It's already within you. All the answers that you need are already within. But if you need that reassurance, follow me on Instagram so I can uplift you and speak the truth and nothing but the truth so I can set you free. Until then, you guys, I love you. I adore you. Stay blissful, remain authentic, and namaste.